Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light on Tuesday, March 8th. Today's reading is in anticipation of this evening's new moon and solar eclipse, which occurs at 5:54 p.m. Pacific Time. The new moon and the sun are in the zodiac sign of Pisces, and that's the card that I have here for you. The tarot card that represents Pisces is the moon. So before I share today's spread, I have a few practical insights and tools to share with you that can help you receive all the potentials of this powerful day and all that it's leading up to. The moon card represents those aspects of Pisces that have to do with stepping through the gates of wisdom, which are pictured here, your own initiation, and an opportunity for you to step further into your wisdom and deep understanding and trust of your own path, your highest path of purpose. The zodiac sign of Pisces occurs at the end of a cycle of time, and in 10 days we will step into a new annual cycle that is initiated with the spring equinox and the zodiac sign of Aries, which is very much in contrast to the watery mastery and intuition and wisdom of Pisces. Aries is initiation of fire and new beginnings. So what we're doing now, and especially at this time of new moon, is bringing forward all the gifts and wisdom, teachings, and experiences and understandings of the past, especially this past cycle of the year, and how they relate to our highest path of purpose and our own connection to our soul. So those are big ideas. And what I want to share with you to help make this a little more personal is the card called the Knight of Cups. This is the court card in tarot that is associated with Pisces. And so this is a way to personally understand the aspect of mastery that's available right now. And the Knight of Cups represents you connecting with a new level of emotional fulfillment and maturity, which leads you to a quality of trust and wisdom and appreciation that helps you connect more fully to your own highest purpose. And this is a purpose that is connected with your soul's calling, and the way you know you're in alignment with your soul's calling is in the present moment, with your ability to connect with joy and fulfillment and trust and appreciation. And let's see if I can show this to you a little more closely. The knight in this painting is reaching for a painting of the Holy Grail, and the symbol or the archetype for each of us of our own personal quest of fulfillment. So this is the highest opportunity right now as you pull forward what you know and even what you don't yet know of your own capacity for mastery, especially in the realm of the heart, and holding that on a deep level, the trust that all is unfolding with perfection and that you're ready to bring that forward into this new birth of spring. The new moon is helping with all of this, and the specific astrological aspects of the chart for this new moon indicate a gift of knowledge and information and wisdom and insight that you could classify as inspiration. And it will come in the form of clarity and insights and almost like a treasure hunt of new awarenesses that will be coming to you through synchronicities, both through external circumstances and internal awareness. And all of this is to prepare for the full moon lunar eclipse in a couple of weeks, when we'll be receiving a big gift of personal potential for moving forward in this year. So let's see what I want to say before I access your reading. The card that I use for the quality of inspiration is the Ace of Swords. So again, to be clear today, I pulled these cards just to share with you. I didn't intuitively draw them because they help you understand the opportunities of what's available right now. inspiration, new insight that help you expand on your own path of heart. The sword is green with yellow in the background, indicating personal empowerment from the heart, a new clarity in your heart that you claim. The sword is the image of you claiming something and holding fast to it. And then the rays of sun at the top are your own crown chakra illuminated with new consciousness and new understanding. That's inspiring and fulfilling and full of creativity. So this is a quality that we are receiving opportunity for in this coming month. And the new moon is preparing the way for the lunar eclipse in 2 weeks with the full moon that will hold this quality of inspiration and new gifts of insight and illuminated understanding. So knowing all of these potentials, I drew a tarot spread, a 3-card spread, asking for support and help for us as we receive these gifts of the new moon and step into a new month of potential. So I'm going to actually turn all 3 cards because I want to show you really a super interesting and powerful synchronicity. And that is that all 3 cards are swords. And I already was working with the Ace of Swords myself, and the understanding with this chart of asking how we can best receive and be available to these new gifts of insight and understanding and wisdom that are coming. And so swords are the suit of information and the mind and knowledge and how to work with knowledge. And I don't think I've ever received a 3-card spread that was all swords like this. And so this is really affirming that we are indeed, this spread is giving us insight into how to prepare and be available to the opportunities that are coming. The card in the center, the 4 of Swords, is called Truce. It represents a grounded, balanced mind. The flower in the background is representing your ability to really hold and trust in the perfection of wisdom and the wholeness of the universe. And even if you don't know all the pieces intellectually, you can hold it in your heart, which is the green. And to hold a clear, balanced heart, you can even work with these very practical 4 practices associated with this card for coming to balanced heart. And they are to first show up and then pay attention to what has heart and meaning, to speak your own truth without blame or judgment, coming from a place of authenticity. And then 4th, the final really key step in these processes is to surrender and to trust and to release attachment to outcome. So very, very key is the encouragement from the position of mind and awareness, which is this central card, to adopt this practice of being fully available in this balanced way to all circumstances from your heart. In the position of circumstances to the left, the 7 of Swords, futility, actually holds the Ace of Swords in the center of the card. It's indicated with the large sword in the middle. And so it's referencing the potential for inspiration and encouraging you to bring inspiration and awareness and determination to your circumstances and to what unfolds both within in terms of thoughts and habits and responses, and without in terms of what shows up in your world. The futility and the extra 6 swords here refer to all the ways in which you can be distracted by circumstances or by habits of the mind that detract and sabotage your own ability to hold to the center. And so in a sense, this card is really simple because it just reminds you that all you have to do when you get pulled off track is to go back and remember what your commitment is to and what your purpose is. And that can be coming back to this practice of having balanced mind. And then the beauty of this spread is in the final card, in the position of Spirit, the 2 of Swords. Peace refers, this is the card of meditation, and it appears in the position of Spirit. And so it's the card of coming to balanced, peaceful mind and choosing to let go of distractions, choosing not to take things personally, remembering that when you can connect with silence, you can always receive this help because it's available in every moment. And so externally, there may be circumstances that detract you, but if you can choose to step back into your mind, come to a decision to ask for help, even if you can't balance yourself, and then know that the help is available, and the specific practices of silence and meditation and mindfulness, whatever they may be for you, will be very important in the coming days. There's a frequency of intensity, especially as we step into spring equinox and the launch of Aries. And so the keys and the practical advice in this spread is really valuable. And it's interesting with the power of the card of the moon and the power of the Knight of Cups. The fourth card I drew today is just additional encouragement. It's the Seven of Discs, failure, and it does not indicate failure. It indicates a really big opportunity right now to reframe your experiences. And so these two sevens, the Seven of Discs, failure, and the Seven of Swords, futility, are just acknowledgement that you can step into new kinds of mastery right now by choosing not to identify with those experiences, but rather transform them. So I'm going to leave you with a really beautiful teaching about this card of the Seven of Discs. And that is that the sevens all represent the kinds of transformation we go through when we're experiencing change, and the opportunities that they're growing pains, really. And so the Seven of Discs, I like to think of these discs as seeds that are germinating, and they represent new potential of the discs, or the physical realm of what's coming into form, the opportunities and possibilities. And the fact that when we're in a phase of new growth and metamorphosis, and these seeds are germinating. And so things that are breaking apart or coming to form need to go through the process of germination, which from the outside can appear like destruction when the casings of the seeds break and the new life is coming forth from within. From the outside, it can appear as some form of failure. And so this card is called failure, and at the same time, paradoxically, it's representing a time of germination. And so it all right now, your life and your ability to stay balanced and focused depends entirely on your perspective, which you can choose from within. And when it's difficult to come to this place of truce and balance, then ask for help. Use your own mindfulness practices, and you will experience unbelievable joy and eagerness and fulfillment. And I have lots of cards for you today because I want to end with the personal court card for the month of Aries. And she is the Queen of Wands, which is your ability to really step into your own creative fire and your confidence and your brilliance and your trust, your ability to claim everything so that you can really be in the position to manifest and participate in manifesting new possibilities in your life. So we have a lot to look forward to, and a really special time. And I encourage you and invite you to celebrate this new moon, to get clear about your potentials, and your new moon intentions. Get clear about your intentions, and they can be super practical. It's just that the importance right now is to get focused and come to alignment, and then you will be able to experience and observe and participate in the synchronicities and the guidance that's all around you. So have an amazing new moon, an amazing couple of weeks. Happy equinox, and I'll be in touch again in a couple of weeks with auspices for the full moon and the lunar eclipse. Until then, this is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light.